Rappers, we are a target. Just be careful out there. Watch who you associate with. Watch who people bring you around. And I'll see y'all soon, God willing. Going in, baby, I love you like cooked food. Tough dude. I'll see you soon. I love you like cooked food.
Casanova has officially been arrested for his alleged gang involvement. The rapper surrendered to police at the Midtown South Precinct in Manhattan last night. Earlier this week, authorities indicted 17 other alleged members of the untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation gang for several charges, including murder, racketeering, and narcotics. That includes the murder of a 15-year-old.
The self-proclaimed blood gang member who pleaded guilty to federal drug conspiracy charges last year was involved in a vicious fight yesterday at the Essex County Correctional Facility in Newark. These internal reports from correction officers say Senior was slashed with a weapon by another inmate, Ulysses Lugo, and then chased him down with the help of others. We spoke with one officer who responded to the scene.
Inmate Lugo, you couldn't see his face because he was saturated in blood. You couldn't see it at the time because his whole face was saturated in blood and his whole uniform was saturated in blood. Inmate Senior was sitting there and blood was just coming out of his face.
A spokesman for the county told us this minor incident and whether weapons were employed is under investigation.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on Brooklyn, New York rapper Casanova as they broke into the news earlier today that he was sentenced to 15 years in federal prison for his involvement in the RICO racketeering and drug charges that him and the gang was picked up on in 2020. And I'm going to have links in the description from Pix 11 and NBC New York, and we're going to get into the write-up in just a second that explains a little bit more of what went down today and the new information that came out with his lawyer speaking to All Hip Hop and telling them exactly what went on with that stabbing and the face cutting that Casanova had received a couple weeks ago. Now, we saw where they got picked up. That broke into the news. Casanova turned himself in. Eventually, more and more details came out. They said they had Instagram DMs, photos, surveillance, and everything. This is on a federal level. So some people is looking at it like, hey, you go through this, you go to trial, you blow trial, you get max. What plea do y'all have for me if I plead out right now because of the evidence against me? I'll take responsibility for what I did. And a lot of people started doing that in this RICO case. Eventually, Casanova did the same. Then we seen a couple weeks ago, the letter came out right before the sentencing, where he had basically renounced the gang, said, hey, I'm not living that lifestyle no more. I'm here to speak against that type of stuff. The news went everywhere. Then we saw in that same time, like a day later, we heard he got slashed in his face. But him getting sentenced today says this. Damian Williams, the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, announced that recording artist Caswell Sr., a.k.a. Casanova, was sentenced today by U.S. District Attorney Judge Philip Halpern to 188 months in prison for racketeering and narcotics offenses arising out of his leadership role in the untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation Bloods gang, Gorilla Stone. As part of the racketeering conspiracy, Senior participated in a shooting in Florida on July 5th, 2020, and a robbery in New York City on August 5th, 2018, and conspired to traffic over 100 kilograms of marijuana. It says for over a decade, Senior participated in and was associated with the Gorilla Stone racketeering conspiracy. Senior was a powerful, respected, high-profile member of the gang. Senior admitted that he was an organizer or leader of a criminal activity that involved 5 or more participants. Senior joined the gang while incarcerated over a decade ago and has remained an active member ever since, including upon his release from custody from a prior case in 2013. As part of the racketeering activity on or about July 5th, 2020, while in Florida for a gang member's birthday, Senior shot a gun at a gang member with whom he was having a gambling dispute, hitting one gang member in the leg calf area and a second different gang member in the foot when the bullet ricocheted. A victim suffered serious bodily injury because of the shooting and was treated at a Miami area hospital for a gunshot wound to the foot. Thereafter, other party attendees, including members of Gorilla Stone, discharged multiple firearms. And that was some of the stuff he pled guilty as far as his involvement in the gang. And he had put out there when he was selling the weed that was strictly for himself and that was not in furtherance of the gang. But the judge sent him to the 15 years. And then his lawyer spoke yesterday, getting into more detail of what went down, said that he was cut the head and the hands in self-defense, and this was a move being done for him renouncing his gang involvement and everything like that. Claiming that Casanova's life is in danger, said that this thing has happened to other people who have done the same thing before. Now, I don't know about that. I can only go off of what the reports are saying. This is what his lawyer is claiming right now, and we shall see. But I will say this is that dark side. This is that real side. And this is why I tell our people, bro, I understand niggas grow up like this. I understand that it's real in the field. I ain't got no way to tell niggas to go get money. I ain't got no way. Yeah, I can tell you get you a job. I can tell you to get out here and go to school or find you a trade or try to invest in yourself. But if you got bills that's due right now, if you out here getting your hustle on, not robbing, not doing crash dummy stuff, I'll tell you like this. Go do that. Go hustle and grind. But keep your exit strategy focused and stay out the mix. All the drilling, the killing, the stealing, and the shootouts, all you doing is bringing them feds in. And you know when the feds come, they got all type of access to your social media, your phone calls, somebody giving them information. It's a trap for you to lose. It's yourself to know and understand. Stay out that trap. And it's crazy. Casanova's in his mid-30s right now. Him getting his 15-year sentence, what he already done served, dog gonna been to serve by the time he approaching 50, a big portion of his life behind the wall. And that ain't what you was born on this earth for. That ain't what your mama want, that ain't what your family want, and that ain't what your kids want for you. You gotta think and try to make the best decisions you can, man, because you gonna come out losing in the end. And they gonna win off of you on the end while you think you winning on them, beating the system, you falling back into the system of, hey, we get bread for every head we can put inside the prison bed. It's up to you. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.